So a lot of these financial gurus out here are telling you to cut out that expensive Starbucks coffee. In today's video, we're talking about how buying that Starbucks coffee is going to make you rich.
Stop wasting money on that dumb shit and instead put it in investment. I know it's tempting. You'll spend it and be broke again.
One of us is Ryan.
And the other one is Taylor.
And welcome back to the channel. So, I know that you probably have heard a few times like, oh, you just need to cut out coffee and this and that. You'd be able to afford a home. Well, that just simply isn't the case, and we're here to explain why. So, let's debunk this whole cut the coffee myth. So, while we don't want to minimize that every dollar counts in today's society, I mean, skipping coffee may save you $1,000 or so annually, but that amount alone isn't going to make a dent in paying off that credit card balance that you have, or a mortgage, or your student loans.
Let's think about it this way. Let's say you're buying coffee at roughly $4 a day, which I don't know how expensive your coffee is, for 365 days straight. So you have no breaks. I would say that averages out pretty well. People are probably buying $8 to $10 coffees, but they don't buy them literally every day. I don't know. That's just a guesstimate. So you're looking at roughly $1,500 annually. If you have a $20,000 credit card, that's going to take you a long time to pay off of $1,500. If you have a $200,000 mortgage, that $1,500 is going to be a drop in the bucket compared to what you really need to do.
So while cutting out that coffee may save you $4 a day or so, it comes at the cost of sometimes that little pick-me-up you really need in the morning. I mean, people have done studies on the effects of depriving yourself of these simple pleasures and everything. A lot of times it can lower your productivity, your mood will change, and those can have a lot of untold effects. On the flip side, if you do indulge, you spend that $4 or $5 a day, maybe you're much more effective in your day and you end up being more productive and making more money in that sense. Now, that varies from person to person, but the reality is that you don't need to cut out every little indulgence. Again, we are aware of the fact that in today's market, every dollar counts. I mean, everyone is strapped for cash. Budgeting is very important. Budget if you're not. I mean, I can prove this whole video right now. I don't drink coffee, and I am not a millionaire yet. That's the goal, but so far I'm 26. Let you get, a little sneak peek into me right there. But, I mean, I don't drink coffee like at all. I probably average maybe once a month, but it's, look at me. I'm
And
not a millionaire billionaire.
And I drink coffee every day. Multi-billionaire.
Oh, yeah.
So you drink coffee, rich.
Yep.
Just kidding.
Yeah, please donate in the description down below. On top of that, consider the opportunity cost of not buying that coffee. I mean, a lot of people use coffee as a networking event. I mean, the few times I drink coffee is oftentimes when I'm meeting someone at a coffee shop and I just feel the need to buy a coffee. So if you're using it as a motivating factor, like, I'm going to get myself a coffee today because I earned it. That's a great tool right there. I mean, there are plenty of people who have cited that, their little self-indulgences that they do is where they've been the most productive.
Yeah, I've personally used that and looked, not knowing, I wanted to find a group in an area I just moved. I didn't know what to do. So I looked at local coffee shops, or I went to a local coffee shop, and a lot of times they'll have signs on the door, or they'll have online meetups where they tell you this Saturday, every once a month, we meet for coffee and book talk, whatever it is. And I've done that a couple of times just to meet new people, to meet for business. I've done it to meet new investors, anything like that.
Yeah.
So it's a great tool, especially before 5 o'clock in the afternoon to go and do, because most people aren't drinking beer or anything before that.
Yeah, exactly. If you can use it to increase your productivity, I mean, that's 100% worth it. Think of it that way. You're spending $4 to be a more productive member of society. Hey. Hey-oh.
It got me off guard. When you said $4 and you...
Did I say ducks? $4.
I'm pretty confident you said $4 and you just
I might have mixed dollars and bucks.
And you just kept going. Didn't even blink. I was like, did you mean to do that?
That didn't register on any level for
I'm
me.
pretty sure you said ducks.
Oh, no.
I might have messed up that last sentence or two.
I mean, hey, J.K. Rowling said she did a lot of writing for the Harry Potter books in these cafes and everything, and that's a $1 billion franchise. So, a couple coffees, now you're making billions? I mean, hey.
1 + 1 = 2. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going wherever they value loyalty the most.
And if you do think, wow, I didn't realize I spend more than $4 a day on coffee, $1,500 is actually a big amount. Maybe I do need to cut back. Maybe you had that realization. I personally look forward to and I love my coffee in the morning. So most of the coffee I make is at home, but to make it a little bit special, to make it a little bit extra, is I go to different places to try and get coffee. So it's still cheaper than buying it at a coffee shop, obviously, because I'm buying bags of coffee at different varying origins or locations, and I get a different taste of coffee that month or that week, which is awesome. A different way to mix it up. Look forward to that cup every day, but at the same time, you're not spending too much if that's your situation. But honestly, if you just put $5 aside a day or say $20 aside a week for coffee that you really look forward to, it really brings you in a good mood and you're really productive at work, it's absolutely worth it. On top of that, you could leverage your coffee habit, and maybe you go to a coffee shop you really love and they have a financial incentive to keep buying coffee. So your every fifth coffee is free, or at Starbucks, I think it's close to that. Roughly every 4 to 7 coffees is free because you buy so much and earn the points and yada, yada, yada.
I mean, anything you can do to minimize your costs, whether it be in cashback rewards, through a credit card program, through a loyalty program. I mean, obviously, we're not saying that you should spend as much money as you can on coffee, but there are ways to minimize it and make this a productive, useful thing.
So honestly, at this point, you can kind of see where we were going with this video. It's all about your change in mindset. So all these financial gurus telling you to cut out that fancy, expensive coffee, it's going to save you so much money. Realistically, you're probably more productive. You're probably a little bit happier. So change that mindset to reward yourself with that coffee, because it does, again, make you happier, more productive. It can set up network events. I've been like, I could just make coffee at the house, but then I'm like, oh, but if I meet this guy, I set this appointment here, I'll go out and get that nice cup of coffee that I really enjoy and look forward to. And again, it brightens up my day.
Yeah.
So you can change that mindset a little bit. And realistically, again, set aside $5, $10, $15, $20, $25, whatever you think you spend, and just stay to that budget for coffee that week or that month, whatever it is. Or like me, I just buy different bags of coffee every time I go to the store, and I buy whole bean coffee. I can get all into that, and it's just great. I look forward to it every morning, and it brightens my day.
Yeah, and I mean, I've used this trick before myself, actually, is inviting someone who I'd like to learn more about or learn something from out to coffee, and then I buy me and that person a coffee.
Is that why you ask me out all the time?
Now, that may be doubling down a bit, like, oh, now I'm jumping to $8 a day. Well, this is a excellent opportunity. I'm learning, I'm networking, so just the opportunity cost there, like we talked about earlier, I mean, that's a huge thing right there.
Yeah, paying $8 to learn from someone that's doing something you want to do is... I'll do that 1 billion times out of 1 billion. Not even a question. Like, no question at all. I will go to a coffee shop for fun on my own, let alone learn from somebody that's doing what I want to do.
Hey, invite us to some coffee in the comments. I can't guarantee that we'll know everything that you're looking for, but I'll give you my best guess.
Hey, if you are in the greater Atlanta, greater Nashville area, and you'd love to meet up for coffee, let us know in the comments. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you guys got something out of this video. If so, please let us know, because otherwise we don't know what we're doing here. But stay tuned for the next one. Like, subscribe for the channel.
Stop wasting money on that dumb shit and instead put it in investment. I know it's tempting. You'll spend it and be broke again.
And while we kind of touched on this in a way, I just wanted to reiterate that you can use this as a great networking opportunity. I mean, you never know who you're going to meet at a coffee shop, so opening yourself up in these different situations is a great way to not only practice social skills, but you never know. You may run into someone that offers you a job. I mean, it is something that actually happens. I know someone personally who they were working at a restaurant as a server and everything. I guess this isn't really coffee, but similar, where, you know, they were just impressing someone with their work ethic and their social skills, and they got talked about and invited for an interview. So you never know. These things do happen. True. But it does happen to people. You hear about the stories, I think. Unless they're all fake.